Studying abroad looks like the dream, the travel, independence, meeting so many people from all over the world. But here is the truth. Studying abroad is not all fun and luxury and games or whatever you see on social media. In 2025, is it really worth it to study abroad? Hi, my name is Ella. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome to my channel. And on this channel, I tell you all about studying abroad, moving abroad, living abroad, and also how to get here. So if you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Now let's break it down. Is studying abroad really worth it in 2025? Let's find out. Me personally, my experience has been good because one of the pros in studying abroad is you get a lot of global exposure, right? So meeting new people from all over the world, you come to a realization that, oh, in this country this is how it's done, in another country this is how it's done. I grew up in Sweden, and then moving from Sweden and studying abroad in Switzerland has actually given me some kind of global exposure that I never thought I would get. Because trust me, in Sweden everything is fine, everything is like developed and everything like that. But in Switzerland, it's more strict, and one of the main thing is you learn about cultures, about people, and how things work now in the global world. Because when you travel, you do realize that, okay, some countries are more cleaner than the others, and all this is like an exposure that you get from studying abroad. You don't necessarily have to travel to another country. You can still be in the country where you're studying. And when you walk around, you realize that, if I compare with back home, there are a lot of things that are put into place, or there are a lot of things that I didn't know and now I know about. So that is one of the pros that I would say it's related to studying abroad. Number two, this is the most important, and it's career opportunities. Do not get me wrong, everybody back home, you might want to go out and study abroad because you want a better future for yourself, or because the career path that you want, maybe your home country is not providing that necessarily, or you might figure it's better elsewhere than back at home. So studying abroad actually gives you the opportunity to explore a lot of career options. Like, for example, in Switzerland, you have a lot of opportunities to do internships where you can test every segmentation or different career paths that later will make you realize, oh, is this what I really want to do, or do I want to try something else? And also, once you're studying abroad, you have the opportunity to like apply for an extended visa, or like for even a work permit. In Europe, it's very easy to do that. So when you come and study in Europe, you don't necessarily have to go back home. In some countries, in Switzerland, it might be a bit stricter. However, if you get your internship after school in Switzerland, then you have a high chance of staying in Switzerland like I did. So after school, I got my internship. And not only because I have my Swedish passport, no, but once you have an internship after school in Switzerland, the company is like 80% ready to hire you right after your internship. Because one thing about these people is they like to maintain the people that they train or give knowledge to. So if you're planning on coming to Switzerland, make sure that after school you are fighting to get an internship in Switzerland, and later you can maintain your spot in the country. The third thing that is very important, and that is a pro, is networking. In other countries, or maybe in your home country, networking might not be as important as it is in abroad. And networking is really important because follow who no road. Like, I'm telling you, like, now in this world, it's not about your degree, it's not about your knowledge, it's about who you know. Let's be real on that. It's about who you really know. So if you start building your network while you're in school, like make sure that you're close to your lecturers, you're close to your friends, because trust and believe, these classmates that you're studying with might be from like a good family who owns businesses, and they can later be your ticket to your career path. So try to network as much as possible, because you might need it later on in life. It's really, really, really important. Another thing that is a pro of learning abroad is personal growth. Let's be honest, I came to Switzerland very young. Like, I was not young, but like my brain was young, obviously. And I came to study, but I've realized that over the past 4 years, I have actually gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of personal growth. I've learned how to budget, I've learned how to save, I've learned how to like be open and like learn a lot of things. And also I started solo traveling when I came to Switzerland. So like, not only is the personal growth like academically or physically, but also mentally and psychologically, also you grow a lot in another person's country. And I feel like once you are abroad, you try to do things on your own as much as possible. You don't look for friends. You like try to do things on your own first before you can involve people in your life. This is very different from networking, right? You can network in church, you can network in school, you can network at events and all that, but also try to like be independent as much as possible, because nobody's coming to save you. Let's be honest about that. Nobody is coming to save you. So if you're like a person that you're a mommy's boy, mommy's girl, you gotta grow up, like, because studying abroad is not for the weak. And the first couple of weeks or months you might feel homesick, but that is where you have to overcome it, right? You have to overcome that feeling and then learn to live on your own. Okay, now let's move on to the cons of living abroad. Whew, this is hard but every good thing also has a bad thing, right? So number one is the cost of living. For me, when I came to school, my school was like a boarding school. So we live in school, we eat in school. But if you're coming to like a public school and you have to manage your own rent, your own food and all of that, it might be hard. But I think you should try to like get some like part-time jobs, and that will help you. For example, private schools are very, very like lengthy with the classes, but public schools not that much. So you can use the time to like find a part-time job and like, you know, keep you sustainable. And also try to budget. Like, you have to learn how to budget. You don't have to spend on everything. You do not have to spend on everything. You might really, really like something, but think about it. Do I need it or do I want it? That's it. So with the cost of living in Switzerland, I have said this over and over and over and over again, the cost of living in Switzerland is so expensive. But go watch my other video and I will show you how to avoid this small cost and how to save money, even though the cost of living in Switzerland is high. So if you haven't watched my other video, go watch it after this one. Now the other con is like the homesickness and missing relatives and all of that. Trust me, it's hard. It's really, really, really hard, but you have to put on a tough skin and keep it moving. Okay, if you have the opportunity to go visit, go visit. If your parents or your families have the opportunity to come visit you, let them come visit you, but you have to outgrow that feeling, because you're not gonna be a baby forever. You have to learn how to grow up. Okay, and that is how you overcome that feeling. Yeah, and trust and believe that birthdays are gonna feel very lonely, like moments in your life that you would actually want to celebrate with people, with your family, is gonna feel very lonely. And that is how you have to, that is why you have to like meet new people, get to know people, meet new friends, so your life isn't as boring as mine was from the beginning. Okay. Now the third thing that is very, very, very bad with moving abroad is the visa and the stress and the application and all of that. Finding a school is really difficult, especially like finding the best school that you would like to actually go. I would suggest that you deal with an agent. And if you want to study in Switzerland, my school together has other 3 sister schools. So we have a school for culinary and pastry arts. We have the one that I went to for events and hospitality and design management. And we have business school as well. And so if you are interested in any of these, you can send me a message and then I will direct you to an agent who can help you with the application processes and everything. And also, if you're trying to apply on public school, I am yet to do my research on that, so I will do a new video talking about public schools in Switzerland and how you can apply and all of that, so stay tuned for that. But I think now what I want you to do is do your research. What country would you like to visit? What country would you like to study in? And then let me know in the comments and I'll know and I'll see how to help you with that. Now the third thing that is a con, but I mean you can get used to, is the cultural shock, right? Like when I moved to Switzerland, everything was just different. Like there was literally nothing on the road. Like it was so clean. Don't get me wrong, Sweden is clean, but not as clean as Switzerland. And here, like, everybody is so strict, everybody is minding their business, and it's like, oh my god, what kind of country did I bring myself into? But with time, I became the same way. I'm like, okay, like I followed the rules, I don't step on nobody's toes, and everybody good, you know? So the culture shocks in different countries from the beginning, it might be difficult to adapt, but just take it slow, take it one day at a time. Do not step on anybody's toes and you will be fine. Okay. Another thing with studying abroad is the pressure that your families or relatives might give you, because obviously they're putting so much money in your education. That is if they are, right? But if you're taking a student loan to do it yourself, obviously you also have the pressure because you're like, I did not take all this money just to fail, right? And what I would tell you is just breathe, okay? Breathe. Trust me, the first year studying in another school, the world is not ending, okay? Take it as slow as possible. Study as much as you can, work out as much as you can, because trust me, if you're not good mentally, you cannot study. So study hard and play hard too. Like, avoid too much clubbing, too much, like, don't do that, okay? If you're really serious and you want like to excel in school, you might have friends, go grab a drink or two with them, but like have boundaries, okay? Like be disciplined. Yeah, that is the word, be disciplined. If you know what works for you, do that. If you don't know what works for you, like try different things. Have you tried studying at night? It doesn't work. Try in the morning. It doesn't work. Try in the afternoon. It doesn't work. Try in the coffee shop. Like explore, do things, you know? And whilst I'm talking about exploring and do things, try to also go out and explore the country that you are studying in, because that will make life so easy for you. Because most of the times when the teachers are teaching, they might refer to the country that you're living in, and if you don't know nothing about this country, you're lost. Okay, so please, even though you came to study, take some time and explore the country as well, and that will be great for your mental health. I did that, and then later I started realizing I study hospitality. I want to travel the world and see how hospitality is treated like or being like in other countries, and that is how I started traveling solo. So make sure you do that too, okay? So to wrap up, is studying abroad worth it in 2025? For me, yes. Like I have always been curious to go out of my country and explore and learn new things and meet new people. And the exposure that I have gotten, like, I really love it. So for me, it's worth it 100%. It's worth every penny that I pay, honestly, because I feel like I wouldn't grow, or I wouldn't get like so much opportunities that Switzerland has actually given me if I was still in Sweden. Like, do you get it? If I was still in Sweden, like, there were things that I would probably get, but now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, now that I'm here, I just wanted those. I didn't need those, you know? And now that I'm here, it's like my knowledge has broadened a lot, that I'm like, nah, that is the bare minimum. And now, like, I'm getting so much, and that is like the top. Okay, so if you are hesitating to study abroad, I would say personally do that, because when you go back home, the respect and the knowledge and the exposure that you bring in, trust me, like, people will respect you a lot, and you will have a lot of views on many things. Okay, however, if the cost is too much for you, or there are so many things that is pushing you back, then that's fine. I mean, studying abroad is not for everybody. You don't have to do it now, you can do it later. It's fine. Okay, so don't rush it, no pressure, do it at your own pace. Okay, when I finished high school, people I knew went abroad to study, and I was not ready at that time. So I took like a year to get my things ready before I started my process to study abroad. So it's fine. You don't have to rush. You don't have to follow the crowd. You don't have to follow the norm. Do it at your own pace. Okay, that is fine. So to study abroad, would you do it? Are you thinking about doing it? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know how I can help you as much as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will leave it here. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My socials are in the description box, and that's it for this video. I will see you in my next one.